welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today's topic is Angel Sadriel that support us to create order and structure in our life. And if you're excited like me, please leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with family and friends. Let's get started. Sadriel governs the lunar month of the zodiac sign of Pisces called Adar. Sadriel translation is structure of God. He supports us in working within the structure of the universe. Now, practically, when are we out of structure? When we are disconnected from the light of the Creator. The spiritual system is perfect. There are no mistakes. Nothing is random. Even pain is a part of a process. Of course, when we are disconnected from the light of the Creator, we experience what's called exile, which is a state of chaos and darkness. One of the best examples from the Torah is a story that happens between Moses and Aaron when the Creator is trying to awaken them and give them the ability, the words, the tools to elevate the Israelites to speak to Pharaoh. And at one point, Moses says to the Creator, the Israelites aren't listening to me. The Israelites aren't paying attention to my words. So how is it possible that Pharaoh is going to listen to me? Moses is talking to the Israelites and they are not hearing. They are not accepting. They are not changing. This is not just a historical story. It's about us today. What is it that we're not listening to? Because lack of structure that we believe we experience, it's when we're in a state of any lack, any chaos. And the Kabbalists explain that there's only one reason for it. We are missing the ability to hear, and from that hearing, transform. Kabbalist Sfat Emet explains what is our problem and of our world right now. The receivers of the light of the Creator, of the messages, of the direction of the light of the Creator, were not prepared to hear. Why? In order to really hear the direction of the light of the Creator, again, the spiritual system is perfect. We each all have exactly prepared for us what we need to do, what we need to hear, what we need to direct our lives towards. Perfect structure. And it's clear. It's with clarity. There's never any doubt in the message. There's never any doubt what the light of the Creator has prepared for us. So why is it that we so often find ourselves in a state of confusion? Why is it so often that we find ourselves in a state of fear? The answer is simple. You're not hearing. And hearing is not just, of course, with the ear, but it's the internal receiving of the direction of the light of the Creator. If you are listening, if you are hearing the voice of the Creator, you're aligned with your life's structure and the universe structure. And according to the Kabbalists, there will be no chaos. There will be no darkness. So what is the reason? I believe most of us spiritual people, we want to hear. We want the Creator to direct all areas of our lives. But the Kabbalists teach there is a prerequisite to be able to hear the voice of the Creator, which is what we need to see our life's structure, to direct us, to fill our mind and our lives and our days with light and blessings. They say you have to only be listening to the voice of the light of the Creator. You have to set aside, you have to be separated from any other voice. The voice of the Creator does not come to an individual who's listening to other voices. Call them ego, desire to receive for oneself alone. So many voices that we hear and we say, oh, I also like to add the voice of the light of the Creator to the messages that I'm getting, to the light that I'm living. Not possible. Not possible. Moses is telling us the truth. If you're not in a state of listening to the light of the voice of the Creator, and the only way to be in that state is by having no other voices, to be able to remove from all other voices of course, he says, darkness won't go away. Of course, chaos won't go away. We can call upon Angel Sadriel to help us with it, but first, understand what are we asking from him. If you're not able to completely remove yourself from all the other voices in your mind, all the other voices in your life, and only hear the voice of the light of the Creator, you can't even expect for the darkness to go away. Think as you live your life, as you live your day, what are the voices that are directing you? Of course, most of us would say, of course, there's a faint voice of the light of the Creator to go in this direction, I should do this or I shouldn't do that. But then there's so many other voices. I want to do this even though it might not be exactly right. My ego wants to do that even though it might not be right. And what the Kabbalists are telling us is that unless you are doing the work to diminish all the other voices in your life, in your mind, in yourself, you will not be able to receive the voice of the light of the Creator. You will not be able to receive the direction and the blessings and all the light that comes with being directed and listening to the voice of the light of the Creator. Enjoying this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Book now with me one-to-one session in angel coaching and communication coaching. To learn more, email or DM me. Enjoy the video. When the Creator comes to Abram and says, leave your house, we know it's not talking about physical journey, but a spiritual journey. And the Kabbalists ask, why does the Torah, in preparing the story of the greatest spiritual leader, revolutionary that ever lived, Abraham, why doesn't he tell us more about him? All we suddenly hear is that God talks to Abraham. You would assume that the Torah would want to tell us, what did he do to prepare? Why is it that he was the one chosen from the millions of people living in the world? He was the one chosen to hear the word of God. He was the one chosen to be directed. And the answer the Zohar gives is very, very important. The Creator was talking to everybody in that generation, to all the millions of people who were living, but only one person heard. When it says that the Creator speaks to Abraham and says, go, the Creator wasn't talking only to Abraham. The Creator was talking to every single person in that generation, but the only person who heard was Abraham. And therefore he became who he became. But the same message and the same direction was given to every single person. So too, it says, for example, at Sinai. Sinai was a moment in human history when the path and the tools to remove pain, suffering, and death to reveal in this world. It says that when the 10 utterances were revealed, the birds did not make any noises, and the animals were quiet. All the people were quiet. What is the secret of that? That it wasn't necessary that nature, for example, or people, for example, supposed, not to talk all over the world. It was that the Israelites, at least these 1.2 million Israelites, were no longer paying attention to anybody else, to any other voice, even to the voice of their own desire to receive for oneself alone, even the voice of their ego. And therefore they heard the 10 utterances. The 10 utterances, Sinai, is occurring all the time right now. The 10 utterances are coming from the light of the Creator to you and to me and to the whole world. And the path and the tools to remove pain, suffering, and death is being given to you and to me right now. But if there are other voices in your life, and there are other voices in your head, and there are other voices of your ego, you can't hear it. Most of us would think, no, I can listen to my ego, but I can also hear the light of the Creator. Not possible. Not possible. And this understanding that there has to be the internal work of quieting, of actively diminishing and quieting all the other voices. And that is the only way to hear the voice of the Creator. And that is the only way to go out of exile, to go out of darkness and lack and pain. Every single one of us need the light of the Creator, the light of our soul, to be directing our lives. We need to be hearing the voice of the Creator all the time. And the falsehood, the lie that we tell ourselves, even those of us who are spiritual and meditate every day, is that I can continue listening to the other voices, but I'd like to also hear the direction of the light of the Creator. Cannot be. Hearing the voice of the Creator is only when all the other voices no longer exist, or at least greatly diminished. And then you hear the voice of the Creator. when you realize Abraham wasn't being directed specially, the Israelites were not being given the revelation at Sinai, which is the revelation of the light and the path towards immortality. Everybody, but nobody was listening. They would have wanted to listen, of course, like we all want, of course, to also hear the voice of the light of the Creator. Unless you are diminishing all the other voices, you can't hear it. Right now, as you're listening, the Creator is giving you everything, all the structure, all the direction, and all the messages, and all the light, but you can't hear it. Most of us, if we're honest with ourselves, we say, yes, of course, I will try what I can to diminish the voice of my ego. But I'm a spiritual person, of course, I'm also going to be able to receive the light of the Creator direction. The voice, not possible. In order to hear the voice and the direction and the support and the blessings of the light of the Creator, you have to be actively diminishing all the other voices. So what takes us away from the voice, from the direction, from the light? The great Kabbalist, the Maharal of Prague, explains, why is it that somebody who is hearing voices, who also living their life based on their ego, all their selfishness and all their other things and other people's thoughts and words, can never find their way to redemption, can never find their way to the ultimate state of being connected to the light of the Creator? Meaning, a person who is outwardly focused, a person who cares about what others think about them, those who love telling everybody everything. So there are two types of people. There are those who are inwardly focused from the moment they wake up in the morning. The most important question and thoughts and voices are, how do I develop me? How do I transform? How do I change? How do I connect to the light of the Creator? That's called Ben Adam Plimi, an internal person. And then there is a Chitzoni, a person whose desire is to show everybody, tell everybody, share with everybody, out. And the problem is, the great Kabbalist Maharal reveals this secret. Where does redemption comes from? Where does the greatest light and blessings come from? From the innermost aspect of the light of the Creator. So what's redemption? The most internal work, the most internal light, the most internal blessing. That's why the ancient word for exile or darkness is galut. But gilui means revelation. When a person feels the need to make himself known to other people, when a person spends a lot of their life making sure that externally people like them, people respect them, a person like that is, it's important for them more than what's going on inside of them, more than what's going on inside their personal transformation and real internal work. A person who desires for people to know them, galut, exile. And then redemption can only come to the most internal part. And a person who is an external person can never find or touch redemption. The essence of redemption and the essence of true blessing is the most internal aspect, the most internal light. A person whose life is based on external, he is the opposite of redemption. He is the opposite of the true light of blessings and the Creator. The most external forces, the most external reality is what's called exile. It's lack. Think about your life. Think about yourself. How external are you and how internal are you? To the degree that the individual is external, he cannot touch redemption. He cannot touch true light and blessings. To the degree that the individual is becoming more and more internal, to that degree, he can access the innermost light that is called redemption. The innermost powerful and greatest blessings that are called the pnimi, the internal. The people that are external, worrying so much about what people think of them and how others see them, it connects them to the outer part of the world that has nothing to do with redemption, nothing to do with light, no connection for blessings, and therefore disconnect from the universe structure. So with this understanding, we're going to do now a short meditation with Angel Sadriel to help us becoming more internal so we can connect to our soul's true structure. Please sit very comfortable, relax, and breathe deeply. Allow your body to soften, your mind to quiet, and your spirit to open. You can look above eye vision and slowly close your eyes and feel the presence of divine order gently surrounding you. Imagine Angel Sadriel, the angel of divine structure, standing beside you. His presence is calm and steady, radiating the energy of perfect harmony. Sadriel supports the divine structure of the universe, helping us create order in our own lives, guiding us to work with the natural flow of the Creator's design. As you connect with Sadriel, reflect on the times where you felt disconnected from the light of the Creator. When chaos or confusion crept into your life, it wasn't because the world was broken. It was because you weren't hearing the guidance you needed. In these moments, you may have felt lost, unsure, and uncertain. But know this, there are no mistakes. The system is perfect. Every challenge, every painful moment is part of a greater process, a process designed to bring you back to alignment with the Creator's light. Feel Sadriel's calming energy, reminding you that this world and all its happening are perfectly structured. There are no accidents, no random events. Pain, confusion, and darkness were simply signs that you are temporarily out of sync with the divine plan. Ask yourself, in these moments, am I truly listening to the voice of the Creator? If there is any discord, any tension, any voice other than the Creator's guiding light, allow it to fade away. You are being called to remove these distractions and attune your soul to the perfect, clear direction of the light. This is the only path to peace, to the realization of your highest potential. Visualize yourself standing at a crossroad of your life with all the noise of the world, the ego, the desires, the expectations of others, fading into silence. In this quiet, you can hear the purest voice, the voice of the Creator guiding you, illuminating your path with clarity. It is the same voice that spoke to Abraham, to Moses, and to every soul seeking connection with the divine. In this moment, acknowledge that the structure of the universe is already in place for you. The path is clear, the direction is perfect, and the only thing you must do is listen. To listen is to receive. So be open, receptive, and free of all other voices. The voice of the Creator is always with you, waiting for you to hear it fully. Take a deep breath in, allowing the light of the Creator to fill your heart. Feel the divine structure settle within you, bring peace, clarity, and order to every corner of your life. Know that as you align with the structure, there is no chaos, no confusion, only peace, purpose, and divine flow. Allow this knowing to sink deep into your being. When you are ready, gently open your eyes, carrying the peace and clarity of Angel Sadriel's energy with you into the rest of your day. Remember that the structure of God is within you, and as long as you are listening to His voice, you will never be lost. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you find it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and share. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye!